Even though I don't always agree how Elon Musk addresses the attacks from the mainstream media on Tesla, and a lot of times they have absolutely no merit, I absolutely do believe that a lot of these organizations are consistently rolling out articles that have absolutely no facts, and they're just trying to sort of dump on Tesla, if you will. Here's one of the articles on CNN we're going to talk about. It's actually coming from one of the analysts, completely made up story. At least he gave us no facts whatsoever. There are a few other news and comment of the day, quite a few other things that I want to talk to you guys about. So let's get going right now. Taking over the world, electrifying the world, electric. Thank you to those of you who are watching me live on Patreon right now. And of course, if you are new here, welcome to this channel. If you want to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the world of electric cars, don't forget to click on the subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything moving forward. Yes, this is my new studio cam. Let me know if you guys like it. This is my setup. So let's get going with the news, and let's talk about this. This is a CNN article that you can probably see all day today. It's on CNN.com. Tesla is finally making enough cars, it just can't sell them. Well, I mean, you can say a lot of things about Tesla, but the fact that they can't sell cars, there's like a 2-year wait just for the Model 3. There's still 1 to 6 months wait of the Model S and the Model X. So this cannot be, you know, I mean, you can look at different things from different angles, but this is just such a BS headline. And I'll tell you where it comes from. So it comes from this dude, who is basically the managing director of one of the investment firms. And he basically just came out today and said that, you know, our data shows that there are more cancellations than new reservations for the Model 3. And therefore, I'm going to downgrade the stock. I mean, first of all, no, you have no facts. Tesla just came out once again and said, no, we're getting more reservations that we are losing. And this is the official Tesla story. So unless you're calling them liars on how they report their numbers, where are your numbers? This is and so the stock went down today for a couple of percentage points. Yes, the whole Elon drama with that his Twitter from the other day is still weighing it down, and this is a whole different story. I've covered that. But this is how easy it is, that this guy, without any facts, without anything to back his statement with, says this crap. And then, you know, this guy, who is a CNN writer, Jordan Valinsky, he just picks it up and not only goes with it, but again, let me just show you the headline, and makes this a headline. Right now, a lot of people, the way they get their news is they scroll through the news, right? They don't really get into it and read the facts and then question the sources and so forth. This is all people going to read it. Oh, Tesla can't sell the cars. The longest line right now, reservation line, for any car right now or ever is for the Model 3, the Tesla vehicle. There will be, you know, a year at the very least until they're able to sell the cars to all of these people who want them, and that's just if no one else wants to join. Now, of course, they're doing test drives on their cars. There are more and more of them showing up in the showrooms, but also they haven't even started selling them in Europe and China, which will, you know, so I'm just really frustrated. I mean, I feel Elon, I mean, again, on this, he should definitely not react the way even I react, but definitely not the way he usually reacts. But this is one of the many articles that I see about, and I don't even understand, are they, because you can't say CNN is sponsored by Big Oil, right? And I really, there's no evidence that somebody gets paid. This is basically a narrative that they're taking, and I just don't know why. I know you guys are going to put in the comment section why, but you know, none of them has really been proven one way or another. So that's unfortunate, and that's what we're going to have to deal with. All right. There are a few other stories that I want to talk to you about before that. Of course, I want to remind you guys that the show and this channel is sponsored by Evanex, the aftermarket accessories for Tesla. There's a discount code in the description of this video, so check it out. All right, let's talk about Nissan Leaf again. Yes, this is the second day in a row we're talking about Nissan Leaf, and this is their Nissan Leaf Nismo. This is kind of a sportier version of the car. They released the pictures like this in the beginning of the year, I believe. And let me show you this full screen. And here's some of the other pictures. You can see let's see, the back of the car, and then this is the front of the car. Look at the red accents, right? That's pretty cool. And this is from the inside, and I like that as well. They had red accents. Really, I mean, it really does give this car a better look, and I already like the look. So let me know what you guys think, because as we were talking about Nissan Leaf yesterday, not everybody is a big fan of even the new Nissan Leaf body style, but this is pretty cool, right? So this is their sportier version, and they also released a video. This car is selling really, really good. So this is only gonna add on top of that. Now they are going to start selling this on the 31st of this month in Japan, and of course after that Europe and the United States. But just like I said, this car is already kicking butt, and just the fact that now you can get this pretty cool looking. If anything, I mean, yeah, it has a lot of different sporty, the wheels, I believe the suspension, there are a few other things. That's all good, but I think the look, I think just making it look cool and appealing. And I think especially to the younger people, I think this is pretty cool. Just, for an electric car, this is something that's very important. And I like it. Let me know in the comment section. It does make it look definitely, if anything, cooler. All right, let's talk about something that's not such a good news. European sales are down so far this year compared to last year. Now, here's one of the best-selling cars, Renault Zoe, though Nissan Leaf is beating them so far this year, as I reported on that yesterday. But the sales are down, I believe, well, I shouldn't say sales are down. Sales are up 33% this year so far, but the last year, 2017, was 54% over the previous year of 2016. Now, granted, December is a really good month for selling EVs, and the beginning of the year is usually slower, so I think that's where the differences as a number is. And I was the reason I'm even covering this is Inside EVs had this article based on the Automotive News article. So I think they might be just a little ahead of themselves. Again, we're only halfway through, and this is a slower part of the year rather than the second one. But nevertheless, and of course it is attributed to, the lack of the charging networks that are growing, and there's still some battles with incentives and so forth. And there's there's not enough cars. Like Nissan can't sell enough cars there. Model 3 is not being sold there. Chevy Bolt is not being sold in Europe. So yeah, I can see how they can struggle, and it's unfortunate, but this is something I'm going to keep my eyes on. Real quick, let's also talk about the other a relatively popular car in Europe, BMW i3. There are rumors. I think the website's called Beamer Today. 2-3 days ago, they released an article saying that their inside source says that the BMW i3 is actually coming up with a longer range battery. It's not that much longer right now. We have a 114 mile range. It's going to get to about they're saying closer to 200, but realistically it's going to be about 150. And I'm not really so obviously we don't know. From what I understand, BMW is kind of wrapping this up as far as i3 is concerned. They're going to be coming up with their new sort of a series of electrified BMW fleet. So I'm not really sure if they would be working on this version of the car, but who knows? Yeah, and listen, if they extend the range, again, I always hated the look, but a lot of people love this. A lot of people love this car, and if the range gets extended, then hey, there's another good option for everybody to drive. So I'm all for it. Just not sure if it's actually going to happen. By the way, this Saturday I have another exciting interview with Ryan McCaffrey, who is the host of the unofficial Tesla podcast called Ride the Lightning. A pretty cool interview. We taped it about a week ago in San Francisco. This guy is super knowledgeable. If you've ever heard his podcast, you definitely should. It is very cool, and a lot of information, a lot of history about him and his podcast. I don't think it's something that he always talks on his show, so that's going to be pretty cool. All right, let's talk about, well, first of all, let me acknowledge a few Patreons. It's just I was going to do one a day, but there's really too many of you guys are joining every day. So first of all, Jose Gallardo, thank you so much. Not only you were already Patreon, you updated from $1 to $5 a month contribution. Really appreciate it. And also Frida Blackman became a Patreon, so thank you for doing that and supporting the show. And Marcus Montaner, sorry if I mispronounced some of these names, but you see them on the screen. another new Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting the show. We got a few discussions going on. Also, I got an updated design to what you see right now that I'm thinking about. So my Patreons are gonna vote on that probably today. So we got a few exciting things going on. But thank you guys for supporting the show. Let's move on to the comment of the day, and let's see. Yeah, so let me just bring it up, and this is I don't want to spend too much time on this, but let me just let me read it out first. Fernando Rodriguez says, "Hey Alex, start promoting your Tesla code for rewards. You're missing on big prices, man. Ben from Teslanomics just got the second Roadster. That's like 50,000, 500,000, half a million worth of stuff. Just do it." Okay, so few things, because I just had a video about this about what, 2 weeks ago, about what my channel is not only about, but how I want to go about monetizing it. And first of all, I don't think Ben or anybody who's getting like, I think 100 referrals is actually going to get a second Roadster. I know they might be saying that, but from what I understand, the rules are you get 2% off every referral you do for Tesla. And so I think once you reach 100, anything below that, getting 150 or 200% off of the same Roadster is just going to get you to free Roadster. I don't think they're going to roll out a second car for you to start over and start earning more. But Tesla had banned the rules for, Ben in particular and a few other YouTubers who are very pro Tesla. For example, they collect personal information in exchange for the code that I don't think is, I don't think is kosher, but Tesla is looking the other way. So who knows? But let's not make it about Ben, really. Let's make it about what I want to do with my channel and what my channel is about. Obviously, my channel is not pro-Tesla fanboy type of a channel like Ben's or some other channels. Not that there is anything wrong with it. My channel is about the overall electric car movement, and that's extremely important to me. As a matter of fact, just the video that I referred, that I did a vlog a couple of weeks ago, that as I'm thinking about my future sponsors, I'm wondering if they should ever be an actual car manufacturer, because that might look like they're swaying my opinion, or I may lose those sponsors easily because they may not like how I talk about them. So and when you're promoting Tesla's code, by the way, I have done it, I think last fall, because I wanted to get to 5, because that would have gotten me to the semi truck unveiling, which it did, and I was able to cover it for you guys. And then there's the description of each video I've ever produced has a discount code for Tesla referral code, so people can get their free supercharging if they want. But I don't push it. The reason I don't push it, it's not a pro-Tesla channel per se. And also, when you push the code, you essentially become a salesperson for that brand. And obviously, you can't, claim to be an objective a YouTuber or a journalist or whatever when you're selling for a brand and getting something for it. So that's why I'm not going to push it. I might put it back into my Facebook group for Tesla owners. So I might do that, but that's not my strategy. My strategy is, you just see me featuring Patreons every day. I like to be supported by my community. I'd like having a sponsor that's behind the channel, and a sponsor that has a value to my audience. That's the way I want to go with this. And again, I have a little bit different sort of priority and different view on what I want my channel to be about. Also, don't forget, when you do get a $250,000 Tesla Roadster, or really any price, you still have to pay about half of that price in sales tax and income tax, and you have to pay it cash. It's not something that the credit union can finance, because it's not a new car sale. You kind of have to come up with it on your own, and that's a lot of money that I wouldn't be willing to pay. And I think some of these YouTubers who have earned this Roadster might have trouble also coming up with $100,000, whatever, $30,000, $40,000 in cash, whatever comes up with their tax situation. So that's not a very free Roadster, because that's just how our laws work. Even when you win a lottery or a car in the lottery, that's just how it works. So, by the way, I hope you're enjoying my studio cam. Love it. Let me know if you guys love it. But all right, that is pretty much it for today. Thanks for sticking around. I will see you guys next time. And remember to stay charged.